Today we're staying at Disney's Beach Club for 4 nights, and we couldn't be more excited. If you didn't know, it is a sister resort to the Yacht Club, but the reason we chose Beach Club over Yacht Club was the proximity to Epcot, so it's just walking distance. It was the deciding factor to try Beach Club first. The overall look and feel of the resort is very pleasant, very beach-like, bright wall colors, they're all white, it's very beach-esque. You have the solarium, which is just a nice place where you can go and wind down, read a book. They have a drawing room for the young ones. We usually like visiting those. And then this is kind of on the outside of Cape May, so over to the left where you see those folded up umbrellas. That's where you actually go to have your meals there, where we have the character dining that morning. A lot of windows throughout this area, through those hallways. That's just really nice and bright. It just kind of walks on the outside of the resort, so facing that direction is the Boardwalk, and then how you would head to Boardwalk Resorts and Epcot. And over in this area it's closer to the Yacht Club side, but just another place where you can go, read a book, kind of relax, and then there are some games outside of one of the other pool areas. So the room is very spacious, very bright. The theming's done really well. It's all beach related. It's super cute with like Donald laying at the beach. It's very up to date. It's like has that beachy feel, but it's also really feel at home. So we really enjoyed the room. It had ample storage, had a table that you could use. So like one of the nights we ate quick service. It was like a later night and we just wanted something nice and easy, and we sat and ate at the table. It's on wheels and you can roll that out. There's lots of places to sit. The room just is it's a nice size, and then of course it has a balcony, which you get with deluxe resorts. So that was also nice to have. We did get to see fireworks from our balcony, so you could see Epcot and you could see the Epcot ball. The hallways were extremely long. We were unfortunately, I don't know if we could have been any further. I think there's one other room that was further down than where we were, and that was just very unfortunate for us, because otherwise I don't really have any complaints for the entire stay except for those long hallways. It seemed to just go on forever. I was looking back at the clips and it just looked like we just kept walking, and like we had just, and I was like, was that the same clip? Were we just going down the same hallway and I just recorded it twice? But it just kind of walks forever. We felt like we were in The Shining. So that was the biggest downside of that entire stay, was just those extremely long hallways. I mean, if just going to quick service, like if you wanted to run down and grab some snacks, grab some ice cream at the end of the day, or just ice, like an ice bucket for your room, you're gonna have to really walk. Stormalong Bay, like I mentioned earlier, it's one of the most popular pools at all of Disney World. It's 3 acres. It's got a sand bottom pool. It's almost 800,000 gallons of water in this pool, so it's enormous. They do have 3 whirlpool spas, and then they have a 230-foot water slide and a lazy river. So they've got a lot of different options. They had like a volleyball net where they were playing games as well, some like waterfalls in a couple of different places, and that was nice as well. Very fun experience at the pool. We enjoyed the sand bottom because I don't think I've ever experienced that before. So our son wasn't a big fan, but he's 2. He kind of goes through phases of what he likes, and he's barely had any experience with sand, but he's just kind of out of his comfort zone anyways, just being in public out in the pool. So I kind of chalk it up to that, but nonetheless, it was a great pool experience. They have a nice pool bar area where you can grab drinks, grab some food. We didn't order any food there. We ended up just getting a couple of drinks there, and we did get some ice cream because Beaches and Cream Soda Shop, they have a little window where you can do like to-go orders, and we did get our son some ice cream and had a bite of that. So and this is just a little bit more shots of the sand bottom pool, and you can obviously see the kids were really enjoying that area. But the main attraction is the 230-foot water slide. So it starts off in the shipwreck area, so you just climb up that. I think it's probably a couple stories tall, and then the actual slide is completely open. It's a lot of fun. My wife and I both got to try that out. It was shut down due to weather, so you can keep that in mind, but usually in Florida it passes through pretty quickly, and it opened up within a few minutes, and we were both able to go and try out the water slide. But it was a lot of fun, and then it just opens up to this side here near the volleyball area. The boat to Hollywood Studios. Anytime there's transportation other than riding in a bus, we will always go for that transportation because we have a stroller. Any of you stroller people out there know that breaking down that stroller is very inconvenient, especially when you pack as much stuff in that stroller as we do, and we have to take it all out, throw it in a bag, break the stroller down, climb in there. You know, we've got people trying to get on around us. It's just like not a great experience. When if you know, you know. So the boat was just a great option to have. We've never boated to Hollywood Studios. I don't know how many Disney trips we've done over the years. It's a lot, and we've done everything. We've done plenty of boats, but we've never boated to Hollywood Studios before. So we've never stayed in any of the resorts where this boat hops around to. So the boat does make a few stops. It goes to the Swan and Dolphin. So from where we were, the next stop was the Swan and Dolphin, and then there is a single stop for the Beach and Yacht Club. So both resorts go to the bridge. There's a little lighthouse there. I've got shots of that, but both of those resorts go there. You go to the Swan and Dolphin, and then it also stops at the Boardwalk, and then you can go to, there's like a stop towards Epcot, and then Hollywood Studios. So lots of stops, but from where we were, we just went straight to the Swan and Dolphin, and then we went to the Hollywood Studios. So it was just a few minutes, maybe 12 minutes or so on the boat, but it was actually really fun because we've never had that experience before. The entire boat is very spacious. We got the stroller on there, maneuvered it, didn't get in anyone's way. They do have parking for strollers and for scooters, wheelchairs, like they accommodate all of that. And it is covered, so it's not air conditioned or anything, but you get enough of the breeze once you're going through the water. But it is covered, so if it rains a lot in Florida, so you are out of the rain in that scenario, and then you're not in the sun, obviously, so that's great. This was just a really unique way to go into Hollywood Studios. Like I've said before, we've never boated over, and we haven't even seen this little area, this little entrance that you can come out of. Yeah, it's just very different, very cool. We like any kind of new experiences because we've been to Disney World quite a lot. The Beach Club Marketplace. It's home to merch and then their quick service food. They do have a fair selection of merch, lots of fun beachy options especially. They do have food and snacks there. You can order for the quick service at the registers, and then they prepare it. We did do that for breakfast one of the mornings. But they do have a lot of fun, like seasonal snacks. I do recommend checking out. You know, if you go around Halloween, they had like a Captain Hook taco style cookie thing that was just really fun. It had like a little Captain Hook mustache, but that was very cool. And then it's worth mentioning because we ran into this where we actually checked out the quick service on the Yacht Club side. So they're very different. They're laid out. It's funny. They're almost like mirrored resorts, but they're also just completely different. And then they technically don't even connect. Like you can't just walk through and be inside of the building, or at least like where we were. You'd have to like walk on the outside of the building to go into the Yacht Club area. But we did go and check that out because they had some different options at their quick service. So that's where we actually bought our quick service food. We didn't do it at the Beach Club side, so that was very interesting. They had what we wanted there, and it wasn't a quick just hop right over to Yacht Club. It took a good bit longer to get over there. Another thing, so we just stayed at the Riviera in July, and they had a freestyle machine, so the Coke, where you can add whatever flavors that you want, and we just really enjoyed that. You get to make all kinds of crazy drink options if you want to try something a little different. But the Yacht Club side had the freestyle machines, and then the Beach Club had just the standard, what you see everywhere else, where they just have the regular fountain drinks. So that was very interesting that they were just different. Lafferty Place Arcade, I'm just bringing this up because it's worth mentioning because not all Disney resorts have them. It is pretty decent arcade, I would say. It's not enormous, not as big as some of the resorts, it's not as small as I've seen before, and they seem to have just about anything that your young one would want to do, or even if parents or grandparents are playing, you can all find something fun. Surely to have something to entertain the kids, but we just ran over there while we were waiting on our reservation at Beaches and Cream, so it's right next door to that. Cape May. This is a great character dining option, very popular. It is all you care to enjoy, so in other words, that's Disney's way of saying it's a buffet style breakfast. They have a lot of great food options. They have where you can have a crepe station, so you can like do whatever you want with crepes there. They have a lot of toppings and sides, whipped cream, you know, all that fun stuff, strawberry, chocolate, stuff like that. They have the Mickey waffles. They did have breakfast tacos, which was nice, so you can make like your own little taco. They had like a taco station where you can make a breakfast taco. That was really cool. And then they had some really good, I don't even know what it's called, but the bread that they brought before, you know, they just bring it out to the table like a bread that had some kind of like cinnamon, like a white colored icing type of sauce. And it was one of my favorite things of the entire experience. So that was really good. But the characters there are Donald, Daisy, Minnie, and Goofy. And they're all in their beach attire, and it's super cute. I mean, they're always cute, and they do. I'll show you some clips of every once in a while they'll do some dancing with the kids, and you'll see all of that. But we actually, this is the first character. I think this is like the 8th one we've done, and first one where we had seen all the characters before we even sat down to eat. Well, we technically sat down, but as soon as we sat down, we just saw character after character. So they were making their rounds, and we actually saw them, all the characters, before we even started eating, which was crazy because we've been to character dining where we didn't even get to see all the characters because it took so long for them to make their rounds around the table. But yeah, just a great character dining option. One of our favorites. I think it's just their beach attire, and then the food selection was great. We got pog juice. They had that great bread. It was just a lot of fun, and our son really enjoyed seeing those characters. He, you know, hugged, high five, fist bumped everyone, so that was great. So one of the biggest selling points of this entire thing is walking over to Epcot. It's just a complete game changer. I don't know as far as proximity goes, but between Boardwalk and Beach Club, they're going to be, depending on what room you're in, those are going to be the closest you could stay at Disney World on the entire property to actually be able to walk over to one of the Disney parks. The whole area is just beautiful, especially at night, is where we were. We got to see like the Boardwalk all lit up at night. It was just really, really nice atmosphere. It's just a crazy option to let's just walk over to Epcot really quick. I mean, it's just something that you don't ever get to do, and it can really change the way you get to experience Disney World. The Boardwalk. The Boardwalk is, like I said, depending on where you stay, like what room you stay in, I think it's closer, but it's also not. I mean, I don't know 100% to say like what is actually closer, but if you did Beach Club versus Boardwalk, it's going to be one of those. But regardless, we walked over there one of the nights, and we grabbed one of the world famous corn dog. They have a deep fried. We got the deep fried corn dog. It actually has an entire pickle inside of it, and then it's got a side of peanut butter. And don't knock it till you try it, but like dipping a deep fried corn dog into peanut butter, and who would have thought it was just so delicious. Beaches and Cream Soda Shop. So it's a very popular dining option. So you may want to grab that reservation as in advance as you possibly can. It was just very, very popular. They have a very fun specialty milkshake, a lot of desserts. They do the kitchen sink, and you'll see a clip of that. It's a whole thing. In my opinion, it didn't blow me away. Like the food just wasn't amazing. It kind of just reminded me of like a Freddy's or a Steak and Shake type of restaurant. It was good. It just didn't blow me away. But the milkshake and the ice cream was just really good. The atmosphere was really great as well. It's just, that's what you're paying for. And then the whole, you know, if you want to grab that kitchen sink, that's, you know, go for it.
Kitchen sink. It comes with 8 scoops of ice cream, all the toppings in the house, and a whole can of whipped cream. That's right, a whole can. My friends over here said that they're not leaving till they eat the whole thing. What's going on?
And just some final thoughts. I mentioned the hallways are long, and they really just need a set of elevators to separate. So if you think of it in like 2 sections, there really should be elevator right in between that span of hallways. Because even then, it's still like a long walk. That's every other hotel I've been to in my entire life is where you would expect the elevator to be, and it just didn't have one. I know I mentioned that before, but something to consider. So maybe ask for a room close to an elevator. The rooms I mentioned mentioned are nearly perfect. They've got that beachy but still cozy feel, and they've got that ample storage. They've got a nice, spacious, and well-lit bathroom, so sometimes when you take a shower, there's just like poor lighting in there when you're showering, so that wasn't an issue in there. The pool is enormous. It's got probably anything you would ever want to do in a pool and more. They have that boat transportation, which is a lot of fun. You can walk over to the Skyliner transportation as well. You can obviously walk to Epcot within minutes, and then I mentioned that standard view. We still got to see some of Epcot, which was really nice and unexpected. Very great overall stay. Will we stay there again? Absolutely. I think we're gonna still try out Yacht Club, so it might be quite a while before we ever go back there, and then as long as we can get close to an elevator, I think we're gonna be super happy. We love Epcot so much. It's our favorite park out of all of Disney. We went there, I don't know, maybe 5 times over the course of, we did 4 nights there, and then we did 1 night at Port Orleans, because that was an added day that we ended up going, hey, let's go one more day. But out of all those days, we went 4 or 5 times to Epcot, which is the most we've ever done, so it was just hard not to when you're that close. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found something informative or you learned something. That was just our experience. It's me and my wife, and we have a 2.5-year-old. You're in the same boat, and you want to stay there. Let me know if you have any questions. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, everyone. See ya.